Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 4th. I'm Kwame.
And I'm Cole. Teachers, today is day 5 for rotations. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may now be seated. As a reminder, we have a pop club meeting tomorrow.
We'll now hear from our 5th grade reps.
This is an advertisement for our fifth grade version. They are $6 each and they are for our 5th grade graduation season.
They come in your outfit color and they are adjustable to all sizes.
We will now hear from Mr. Luciani.
All right, come on, Ms. Holmes. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Well, Thursday, man, I'm just getting caught up. I was out for 2 days, and so I missed you guys. I'm glad to be back. It's good to see everybody. And I hope you guys had a great couple days, and I hope we have a couple great days here to close out the week. And with that said, to continue our acknowledgement, celebration, and education behind Autism Acceptance Month, Ms. Holmes joins me again. Good morning, Ms. Holmes. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, I have a couple of questions from the Stowers class. So the first one is, how do students with autism relax? Kind of just like anybody else relax. You know, sometimes they might listen to music. Sometimes they want to watch the same shows again, or sometimes they want to get something like a puppet or a toy. So kind of any way you like to relax, they kind of relax the same way. Another question was, who's the first person to be diagnosed with autism? So with that being said, autism's been around, but to be formally diagnosed, the first person was a guy named David Triplett, and he was first diagnosed in 1943. Are students okay with tight spaces? Sometimes they actually prefer kind of tight spaces. In my classroom, we have something called a body stop, where a student can get in and it's kind of tight on them, and they kind of like that pressure of that tightness, kind of like having a big hug. So sometimes they like tight places, and some people might not. Do they need it when they hit you? 9 times out of 10, they really don't need it. Sometimes we have students that they do something called a stim. So when they kind of get too much information, we have students that might run across the room, and when they're doing that, they're kind of not aware of their surroundings. So they might accidentally bump into you, or sometimes they might do hand clapping, or they might like to spin. And sometimes they're just not aware that, you know, they're in your space and they might accidentally hit you. But still, when that happens, you might want to bring that to their attention. So next time they are more aware. So when somebody hits you, you still want them to be aware of it, to let them know, like, hey, I know there was an accident, but just for next time, just pay attention to where you're at. How do they communicate the nonverbal? Like I mentioned earlier this week, there's different methods. Some students have an iPad with other communication device. Has different buttons on there where you can request things or, you know, type things out. We have something called a picture exchange, where I'll have something that says I want, and they'll put a picture on there. It might have Snap or Candy or iPad or a different program that they want. Also down the 5th grade hallway, we kind of have a poster with all the different types of communication devices. And then our last one is, what are different things that students with autism can do to help them learn? Well, there's different things. The main thing is depending on how they're doing that thing. You know, if their schedule kind of thrown off, they might have a harder time in focusing. And think about yourself. Sometimes, you know, some things might come easier and some harder, so you might pay attention to some things more than other things. The main thing is to have patience with them and kind of redirect them. If you kind of, you know, if you have a student in your classroom and you know that they're not, just give them a little chance of, hey, you know, listen to a teacher or kind of guide them to what they should be doing. Because you know what? We all can use a system.
Very cool. Thank you very much. And thank you, boys and girls, who submitted questions. I think that's an awesome thing because, again, that shows that you are curious and you want to learn more. And that is how we should treat every single person in this building and in our communities. No matter how they act or what makes them different or what makes them unique, is let's learn about them, because that's truly how we accept everybody. And we say it for a reason. Together we are
Be strong.
So let's accept, let's be curious. Have a great day.